Central Standard Time. Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today for the ATS Marketing Training. We are continuing with the wonderful keynote, the best keynote, the keynote that helps you maximize your brand from Antonio T. Smith Jr., Humanizing Your Brand and Customer Intimacy, the best strategic blueprint for driving digital transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, I do want to let you know that this is an interactive training. Yes, an interactive training. With that being said, I am going to pause at times and ask you questions. I do require a response because in order for me to train you properly, I need to know what you need training in. And for those who have not heard what we are talking about, I'm going to give you the description again. Antonio says that by now, we all know that attention is the new currency. But how does one get that attention that can lead to trust so customers will buy from you every time? That's the sole message of the keynote that he delivered and the problem it addresses. Antonio also discusses throughout this keynote that how to discover what your audience actually wants, how to give it to them every time and get them to trust your company's brand to activate their purchase power. We have discussed the #1 way to sell your business to millions is polling your audience. Don't give it to them faster than they're ready to learn. Don't sell a product too early to an audience that doesn't want it or isn't ready for it. You must have a personal brand and you have to be likable. We've also been discussing the best social medias for marketing yourself. We've gone through YouTube, we've gone through Instagram, and we've gone through Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are discussing Snapchat. If you have an audience below 30, ladies and gentlemen, you should be focusing on all age groups. Antonio has sat here and told us on multiple occasions how he is targeting the age group of his sons. They are both 6 and 9, correct? Or 6 and 10?
7 and 10.
7 and 10. 7 and 10, he is focusing on 7 and 10-year-olds because guess what? By the time they're 18, they have buying power. And guess what? They're going to be buying from Antonio. You want to focus in on audiences that are younger than your target audience because as they get older, they're going to become your target audience. You want 18 to 34 years. And I'm going to give you some points and some percentages on Snapchat so you'll understand the importance of having an account on Snapchat Business. Before I do that, I want to find out who actually has a Snapchat account. I see 1. Okay. I see 2. I see 3. 4. I was informed that Boss Lady has a Snapchat. And I know she'll have one because she's a CEO.
She got me on Snapchat.
Tempest got Antonio into Snapchat. So we have 4 people online that have Snapchat account. I'm gonna raise my hand because I have a Snapchat too. If you are able to either raise your hand with the blue hand, you can simply just type into the chat as well. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that Snapchat has approximately 191 million daily active users? And the number has grown from 100 million in the past 3 years. So if it's grown from 100 million in the past 3 years, that's 91 million. It has grown in the past 3 years. Where do you think it's going to be 3 years from now? There are more than 10 billion daily video views on Snapchat. 18% of social media users use Snapchat. And the one that I thought was extremely interesting is 76% of Snapchat users are also online shoppers. Yeah. Yes, sir. 76% of Snapchat users are also online shoppers. Yes, sir. So if you, exactly. I'm feeling your vibe, Jerome. I'm feeling your vibe. Somebody tell me why. Give me your thoughts on why you think 76% of Snapchat users are online shoppers. Go for it.
I think that, well, did Jerome want to go first? Okay. I think that 76% of Snapchat users are online buyers because most of Snapchat users are, like you said, ages 30 and below. And those people who are ages 30 and below, they don't like going out to the store buying stuff. They like buying stuff online more. I don't get up and go. No, it's easy. It's easier and it's more convenient. And so that's how millennials and under shop now.
My answer is they got a cell phone. They got a cell phone. They got a cell phone.
So how many of us on this call today, 95% of your shopping is online? Let me help you out. You shop on Amazon. You have Audible. Anything outside of groceries, you get online. From clothing to shoes to books to equipment. Today, Antonio is going to get sized. He's going to get measured because he's shopping online to get stylish suit jackets. But before you do that, before you purchase clothing, you want to make sure you're the right size so you can purchase the right thing. But he's going to get measured, but where is he purchasing his suit jackets from? Where is he purchasing his blazers from? Online.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going in a store just so I can go shop online. I'm going in a store, and the reason is because all my suits are tailored, but I've recently lost weight and picked up a lot of muscle mass, and I'm not sure if I'm a 44 regular right now. I'm not sure. These biceps, they look, they popping through the shirt right now. Look at it. Look at it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. They just popping through the shirt right now. It's ridiculous what's going on here. It's awful, and you can't even, just get to the chopper. Oh, right? It's just that big. I don't know my size. I don't know my size no more. Look at this chest. Look at that. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to go in brick and mortar to get size, and then I'm say, no, I'm good. Thank you. No, I'm good. And then purchase a bunch online. And all them Snapchat people are just like me. 95% of my shopping is online. You go.
Do you think you need a Snapchat account? Just from the information that I just gave you, do you believe that you need a Snapchat account? Today, millennials are online. They're coming up, and then the generation behind them are coming up. Why not cater to them? Why not communicate with them? Why not build communities now in these areas so that way once they get older, once they have the buying power, once they discover who you are, if you were on the class, you would know what I'm referring to when I say discover. Once they discover who you are, don't you think they may want to shop online with you? Like, how many of you have brick and mortars versus how many of you are selling product online? If you have a brick and mortar, okay, still use Snapchat because you can actually focus your ads or focus what you do in your area, and I'll talk to you about that later. But how many of you are shopping online? if 76% of Snapchat users shop online, don't you think you might want to be online? I see you, Jerome. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We always tell you there's more than one social media. There's more than one social media platform, and you actually need to be on every social media platform because every social media platform is different. There's a different audience on each one. I'm sorry, Antonio, how many people did you say are in the world?
7.2.
Okay, so there's 7.2 billion people in the world. 7.2 billion. Do you honestly believe that all 7.2 billion people are on one platform? So why would you limit your money to one platform? Snapchat. Today, I'm going to give you some marketing tips on how to market on Snapchat. So first things first, who's on Snapchat? More than 60% of 13 to 34-year-olds in the U.S. use smartphones. With smartphones, use Snapchat. More than 60% of 13 to 34-year-olds in the U.S. with smartphones use Snapchat. 12% of 35 to 54-year-olds are currently using Snapchat. So if your whole sole focus are the 35 to 54-year-olds, 12% of them are on Snapchat. So if they're not on Facebook, don't you still want to tap into your audience on Snapchat? Snapchat is where you go to get the next level of your audience. Snapchat is where you go to cater to another audience, build another community, create your soft market on there. And we always talk about authenticity. Snapchat, you have no choice but to be authentic. And the age group that dominates Snapchat, that's everything they're about, authenticity. Oh, awesome. Okay, so we have a question. John Calloway, okay, I'm sticking. It's supposed to catch, asking the question, but when you say Snapchat, are they taking pictures or talking like Twitter or both? Otherwise, what is the purpose of it? I am going to ask Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr. to answer that question because he has, with Tempest, has mastered Snapchat. So I'm going to ask him to answer that question for you, John.
Well, I've mastered Snapchat, but I haven't. I've just started striking iron in 2019 because I was beta testing Snapchat for myself. And then when Instagram took its stories, I was like, well, no one's going to go to Snapchat. And then I thought about it. Man, I really like Snapchat because people left. Therefore, the only people there, which is a lot of people still, want to be there. That makes them my audience now. And so I've recently gone back to Snapchat now. I'm going to, I'm going to show a video real quick, okay? And I'm going to credit the guy's name's Johnny Nices or something like that. I'll put the video in chat for you too. But before I do that, I need to answer this question. And the question is, don't ask the purpose of what's the purpose of social media, of a certain platform. That's an old people question, okay? Don't do that. But I want you to think of social media as just one thing, right? It's just one social media in the social media. Now, there's different audiences for certain social media. People, my age, actually younger than me, my boys, I let my boys get a Snapchat account like last week. And they're super young. And my boys on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And they're 10 and 7. And people are going, well, why you got them so young? That's wrong. Yeah, my boys are businessmen. Somebody missed it. My boys are businessmen. Yes. And we teach them how to do social media and capture internet leads and convert leads immediately. Somebody still missed it. That's okay. I'll move on. Now, it's not that John Calloway's question is wrong. It's that it has no real place. It is equivalent to Jerome asking me, what's the marital status of number 2? It's not that that question can't be asked. It's a syntactically correct question. It's just fundamentally, it doesn't make sense. You get it? Like, we know the number 2 can't have a marital status. So when you ask, well, what's the purpose of a particular social media, it's one of those questions that don't really fundamentally make sense in the world. What you all want to do is what I want you to do is I want you to right now relax in your bodies and your minds, and I want you to say social media has one purpose: to connect. That's the answer henceforth. That's what social media does, to connect. Now, what does this to connect mean? To connect Chantel to her high school friends, if that's her interest. To connect Chantel to entrepreneurs, if that's her interest. Whatever your interests are, that's how you will connect. But social media is media to be social. Got me? Now, I know what John Calloway's trying to ask, so I'm going to answer it and show a video. Okay, there you go. You said, okay, I'm trying to connect. There you go, right? Now you're going to have to ask yourself, do you want to connect with an audience that ran the Snapchat because their parents got on Facebook? Yes. That's what's going on, okay? They on Snapchat because you got on Facebook. That's exactly going on. I wish Tippins was here right now because she can totally verify that. You got on Facebook, and every time they post, you say something, they're like, I got to go somewhere else. Then they ran to Instagram. You got on Instagram. You know what? They say, I'm going to Snapchat too. I'm going to Snapchat. It's all good. Twitter, like that. Now, let me play this video real quick, and then we're going to add some more value to you right quick. No, this isn't me. This guy, oh, you can't see it. I'm not sharing my screen. Now my narrative makes sense. This isn't me. Mm-hmm. This guy named is Johnny. But when I wanted to dominate Snapchat, I was looking up some people. This is how you learn. You go to YouTube, and I wanted to figure out not what it was for, but how to manipulate my learning curve. Fair enough? All right, let's listen for 4 minutes real quick. Now, the video is only going to play at 15 streams per second. 15 frames per second, while it's going to hit 30 frames per second. So you're going to see a little delay in the video because that's just the programming of Zoom. But the audio will be just fine, okay? All right, here we go.
Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to kick it old school style. That's right, because I've been getting a lot of emails. Yes, emails. So I've been getting a lot of emails from people older.
Wait. Okay, wait. There's so much that already happened real quick. There's so much already happened. First off, I need you to know this guy's 12, okay? He's probably not 12, but you get the point. He's young, okay, Jerome? You got me? He's young. Then what he said, okay, you get it? Yeah, he's been getting emails. He was like, no, for real, emails. No one sends emails anymore. We don't. The only time I send emails is when Daryl, right, when somebody wants me to send an email, you know, they'd be like, email it to me. Even with important business stuff, we say stuff like, just inbox it to me. We don't mean email inbox. Depending on how you know me and what social media that we constantly frequent on, that's what I mean. Just inbox it to me, because the same way attachments work on email is the same way attachment works in inbox. Email is the cassette tape while the CD player has taken off. They still making them, but email is really old fashioned. It's not even effective no more. All right. Let me stop sharing my screen. You lean in. Email's not effective no more. Stop thinking it is. Now, if you have an email list and you properly got leads that you converted with everything that we teach you, that's no longer an email list. That's a warm market that you communicate through email. It's now traffic that you own. While it's in the form of email list, that email list is kind of effective. Chantel, you might.
Yes, sir.
How old are you not? Because my grandmother said don't ask women how old they are.
Well, it depends.
Fair enough. If Idris Elba come up to you trying to holler at you, how old are you?
27. No, I'm 25.
All right. So she's in her 20s somewhere, okay? And she'll be in her 20s for the next 20 years, okay? Now, while she's in her 20s, Chantel, how many emails have you sent this year?
Well, I love that you said that. I honestly just created my email and I put my signature on there, but none.
Okay. I just want you to. She totally dominated that answer, right? That's exactly what I want. I was expecting to say, yeah, but maybe about 500, something like that, which still would have been low. Like, nah, I haven't sent an email. Chantel, how many checks have you written in your life?
1, 2.
I wrote 2 in my whole life. 2. And I'm almost 10 years older than you. 2 in my whole life.
This was only because I had
2.
to. I never brought check booklet ever.
See, I've only bought 1 checkbook in my life. I own a few what you would call $1 million companies, and a man one of them got checks. They don't. And they always ask me, well, with some checks, you're expensive. You're not going to order no checks from you. You know that, right? Listen, I'm not going to order no checks from the bank. That's crazy. I've written 2. You know why I wrote 2 checks? I'll be transparent. I had to write them, like Chantel said, because my car was getting repossessed. And I had to go down. My car was getting repossessed. I had to go down. And I forget what you do, but you got to send like this emergency money real quick. And they make you write a check to get the money ordered and all sorts of crazy stuff, whatever it is. It's the only time I wrote checks, Jerome. Now, whether you like it or not, it's far more Chantel's, Me's, and Tempestuses and Deanna's out here than you. And if you want to stay in business in the next 10 years, okay, because 10 years from now, Chantel will be almost my age. She got 20 more years to get to my age, okay? Because she's going to stay in the 20. She got 30 more years to get to my age. You understand what I'm saying? But 30 years from now, she's going to be my age. And she's still going to be like, a check? No. Everybody writes, well, remember this here, and maybe we can watch the videos. I want you to know that the fast-moving technology we have right now today, everybody got me? Mm-hmm. The fast-moving technology we have right now today, it's moving fast, ain't it, Jerome? John Calloway, it's moving fast, ain't it? You can't even get your head across it. Like, come on, man, these young folks crazy. Like, what am I using Snapchat for? What am I using Twitter for? Come on, it's crazy. The fast-moving Snapchat, all social media and all the technology we got today, is the slowest it's ever going to move. for the rest of your life.
Antonio,
Now that's deep. Yes, sir.
this is John Keller. I just want to say something for a quick second.
Sure.
Every single thing that I have, Facebook, Instagram, and all that, I, believe it or not, accidentally set it up. I wasn't actually. I mean, I'm being honest with you. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I was sitting out in the truck 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, getting my rest on, and like, oh, what's that? And started messing around. Every one of my accounts I accidentally set up. I had Instagram set up, and 2 of my nieces. Because if you look at my Instagram, the pictures that they took originally are still there. I still haven't gotten better at it. And they said, Uncle Johnny. I said, yeah. Why do you got Instagram and nothing on it? I said, well, was I supposed to put something on it? They say, yeah. I said, well, what am I supposed to put on it? They say, you're supposed to take a picture. And I was like, for what? She said, and post it. I say, for what? She said, so people can see it. And I kept saying, for what? They said,
For
Uncle Johnny,
what?
are you serious? And I was like, they said, well, you're supposed to write something and put the picture. I said, well, who the hell am I talking to? I said, I ain't got nothing to say to nobody. And that's how it went. And they was like, oh my God, Uncle Johnny. And they took my phone and they pictures of us and put it on Instagram. And I'm sitting up there looking at it, I said, okay, now what's it supposed to do now? So this is how it all happened for me. So I done learned
That's
more.
too funny.
I done learned more being with the ATS. Believe me, I done got school more. I understand way more and way better than I did in the beginning. I just want to tell you that I'm just being honest, So I'm really old school.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And look, you old school because you just got to Thailand prison. So he got out to the future. Right? He went in one way and then it was flying cars came out another way, right? I remember I know y'all ain't never been to jail before, I know that. But I remember I went to jail when I was in there for like a week or something. Don't matter what I did, it's public record anyway. I was in there for like a week or something. I came back out, I sat in the car, I was like, man, this is crazy. Everything felt different. It just doesn't. I remember, now I know Jerome could relate to this. I remember going, what's not classified? I remember going into the field. I remember going into the field for a little bit, for 6-7 months, maybe 9. And when I got back, everything was weird. Like the whole world was moving slow and I was moving fast because nothing exists in the field. Jerome, I understand this here. I used to buy, Chantel, you'll love this. I used to buy cartons of cigarettes. They used to call Lone Star cigarettes. It was Lone Star. It's the ones you get from the PX. Get them cigarettes, like Jerome, get them cigarettes from the PX. Now, I don't smoke. I smoked one cigarette in my whole, I took one puff from a cigarette my whole life. I was 6 years old, and my dad took his big old Nerf hand and hit me so hard at my bottom that I did a backwards flip. And it just knocked any desire to smoke cigarettes out my mouth. That's one way to go smoke free, okay? That's one way to go smoke free. Yeah, in Texas, yeah, because I did most of my garrison in Fort Hood, Texas. So we had Lone Star was the PX brand. I'd buy 12, 15 boxes. I spend my whole check on boxes of cigarettes. Then we go out to the field, and I'd wait till everybody run out because I was in 1-9 infantry. Okay, whenever we went, okay, Jerome gets it. Whenever we went, I was in the field 8 to 12 months at a time. So whenever we went, 30, 45 days, everybody ran out their cigarettes, Chantel. And then I'd pop open my cigarettes, and at the time we had dial-up internet. And we had dial-up internet, don't judge me. It was 2001, so it was dial-up. I mean, at least in our tactical operations center, we had dial-up. I'm selling the case, packets of cigarettes, $25 a piece. Money has no value in the field. Jerome, am I lying? Money has no value in the field. I leave the field after 8 months, almost $10,000. It's just stupid, right? Only to go get more cigarettes. Anyway, I don't know why I told this story, but just know that I've been a hustler a long time. If that's all right with you, I've been a hustler a long time. Here we go. This is our Snapchat guy, who makes fun of email, by the way. Real slick side, he does it. Real slick side. Don't nobody send no email, child. Stop it.
And welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to kick it old school style. That's right, because I've been getting a lot of emails. Yes, emails. So I've been getting a lot of emails from people, older and younger, asking me, how do I use Snapchat? Like, I need the basics. Like, what is all this stuff? Because with all the new updates Snapchat has to offer, it can look a little overwhelming for a first-time user. So I figured I'd never done this before, where I did like a how-to basics with Snapchat, because I never knew Snapchat would be a thing for my channel when I first did a reaction to the lenses. You know what? It's better late than never. Let me give you guys the simple rundown of how to use Snapchat. So let's jump into my phone. It's real easy to use. Let me show you how. All right, so now that we have downloaded Snapchat to our devices, all you have to do is open up Snapchat. Now from here, you are welcomed with your Snapchat camera. But in order to take snaps and post stories, you also need friends on Snapchat. So to give you a rundown what Snapchat is, you can send snaps to friends or post on your story, meaning whatever pictures or videos you take, you can post them live so your friends could see them, or anyone that follows you. So since this is a basic 101 on how to use Snapchat, I'm going to teach you how to take a picture and video and to send it to someone or post on your story. So let's start off with adding friends. So when you're welcomed with your Snapchat camera, if you look to the top left, you'll see a Snapchat ghost icon, or in my case, a Bitmoji. If you want to find out more about Snapchat Bitmojis, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button and watch my videos on how to do that. So in this case, since you are a new user to Snapchat, you most likely don't have a Bitmoji. So you'll see a ghost icon on the top left of your screen. So let's tap on the icon, in my case, the Bitmoji, and yours, the Snap Ghost. And from here, you'll be presented with this screen. And all you have to do is click on the Add Friends section. When you add friends, you can go through your contact list, snap codes, or if you go to Add Friends up here in the search bar, you can type in a friend's username. Once you have friends, all you have to do is take a picture or a video. So in order to take a picture, you want to hit the circle button here and tap it once. And as you can see, it already took a picture of my coffee table. If you want to take a video, all you have to do is hold the circle button and watch the red fill up the circle. And when you are done with your video, just let go. Now your video is made. This is probably a bad example because it's just a stationary video. But once you let go of the shutter button, it will show you what you've recorded. So once you have taken your Snapchat picture or video, you want to hit the blue arrow right here. From here, you're presented with your friends or your stories. So the top section here is story. You could post it to your story so the public could read, or friends only. Or you could go through your list here and pick a friend that you want to share it with. It's not one or the other. You could do all. So let's say I want to post to both story and share with a friend. So I'm going to click on my story, and I'm going to tap on a couple friends here. If you added someone that you don't want to share the story with, all you have to do is tap their name again, and they unselect. So once you have decided where you want to post it, just press the blue button once again, and congratulations, you just sent your very first snap. So that's my video for today. I hope you guys like what you see. If you need more how-to basics on Snapchat, please let me know in the comments down below. I'll try to release videos on everything that you guys want to try to know if I haven't done so already. So if you guys—
All right, good guy. You're ready to throw it back to Deanna, but you need to see it's real simple. Now, if I had to answer John Scalloway, now I'll answer John Scalloway's question the way I wanted to, right? I had to poke a little fun and then give you all a good detailed answer. If you've mastered Instagram stories, you know how to use Snapchat. That's not all Snapchat is, but please know Facebook said, you know what, Snapchat, you in my market space. We're going to put you out of business. We stealing your whole service and putting it as part of a feature of ours. And that's what happened. They took Snapchat's #1 feature and put it on Instagram. And now Instagram is the ruler, has the one ring to rule them all. Facebook owns Instagram. Okay. Facebook owns Instagram. Basically, the best way to use Snapchat. You know what? Let me not tell you. I'll show you. Would you like me to show you? I'll show you. I'll show you the best way to use Snapchat. So here I am, logging on Snapchat. Now, keep in mind, this is me after a year of studying this stuff, right? Because I decided that I was going to release this pretty soon. So y'all can still hear me, right? Mm-hmm. Outstanding. Let's go. Selfie mode. Come on over here. There we go. Snapchat world, what's going on? You know me. Don't even matter. Just know I got probably more money than you. And these people right here, I'm teaching. Look at that. You see Chantel, she's throwing y'all the deuces. She is 20 forever, fine with curly hair, and she make a whole lot of money. There it is right there. And I got Deanna right there in the background. And then, boom, you see that? Listen. Keep doing what you do. All these people, they're future millionaires, behind the scenes, ATS Network, ATS JR Company. Boom. And now I post to Snapchat. If I'm watching your Snapchat, what I really want to see is the cool stuff that Chantel lets me see that don't nobody else get to see. All right, let me see. This seems to be striking a nerve. Everybody write this down. You might want to write this down. Snapchat, behind the scenes. Twitter, strike conversations. Don't promote. Actually, Twitter, use it like Donald Trump. He is the quintessential Twitter user. Twitter's all about, you know how you gossip at work? That's Twitter. Instagram is where you go to be fake, or where you go to stun on people. It's the #1 social network on the planet. Facebook actually, let me change Twitter. Let me change Instagram. Let me change Instagram, excuse me. Instagram is where you go to stun on people and to be first at everything, no matter what it is. Facebook is where you go to be fake, and where you go to show people you're an expert. LinkedIn is where you go to show people you're the #1 expert in your field. Did I miss any main social network out? There's another one that y'all really need to be on because I'm about to take over. It's called TikTok. As far as I'm concerned, this is the new Vine. I'm about to be king of TikTok. I ain't playing. Y'all remember how big Vine was? It's gone now. Vine made Andrew Bachelor famous. Dave Storm. Y'all probably don't know these people. Doesn't matter. TikTok is where you go to do short videos that have big impact. TikTok is formerly called Musical.ly. Just changed names last year. Did that help? All right, good. Deanna, back to you.
We are now going to get into marketing tips. The first thing is, one of the things that John said was, who do I talk to? Well, one of the first tips for marketing on Snapchat is identify your audience via Snapchat Insights. Identify your audience via Snapchat Insights. Antonio has showed you his insights on Facebook. Snapchat has insights as well. After you poll your audience, while in the process of polling your audience, you can also check your insights to see your viewer count over weeks, months, and years, your viewers' ages, locations, genders, and even their interests. Because if you know what your viewers are interested in, do you know how to properly market your Snapchat. You know what to put on your Snapchat. You know what what short videos to make on your Snapchat. And then you also find out your viewers' attention span. How many people watch your content until the very end? You can see how many people watched it for this amount of time or that amount of time. The better you understand your audience, the better you know what to do. The analytics are just like the analytics on Facebook. They tell you who your audience is. You may be targeting one audience, but your analytics, numbers and facts don't lie. Your analytics will tell you your numbers. Your numbers are not going to lie to you. Don't go on Snapchat focusing on your current audience on Facebook, and the numbers are telling you, no, that's not your audience on here. Remember, every platform will have a different community for you to tap into. It will have a different set of audiences for you to tap into. Facebook may be your 34 to 55 age group. Snapchat is going to be your 30 and under. You want to cater your marketing to each platform. So I'm telling you, on Snapchat, pay attention to your insights. Pay attention to pay attention to their attention span. Pay attention to their age, where they're located, what their gender is, and even their interests. And the reason you want to pay attention to the gender is because, guess what? When you pay attention to the gender, you know how to market. You're not going to market to men the same way you market to women. You're not going to market to a 34, you're not going to market to a 27-year-old female the same way you're going to market to a 34-year-old man. Pay attention to your insights, and they're on Snapchat. So now you don't have to guess. Create content, document, put it on Snapchat, poll your audience, pay attention to your insights, and then you'll know exactly who to talk to. Who has questions? Let's get some questions.
How do the analytics tell you who your audience is? Can you give me an example? Can you give me an example of how my analytics would tell me who my audience is?
Yeah. Okay.
You know how when you first create any account, they ask you for your name, they ask you for your birth date, they ask you if you're male or female, and then sometimes they ask you your location. The platform will use all of that information to help you determine who your audience is and they help you show your analytics. When you go and view something and you comment or you mark it, remember the platforms, they keep track of everything. You're the customer. No, you're the product. On social media platforms, you are the product until you start paying for ads. Why wouldn't they track their product? How do they track it? They ask you all these questions up front. They poll you at the beginning when you first sign up. They get all the information they need, and while you're going on display while you're saving this or liking that or watching this video or doing that video, they're tracking you. Just like I'm going to use Amazon as an example. When you go and you search something on Amazon and you go down to the very bottom and it tells you other people who look for this product also purchase these. Or when you're on Facebook and you start watching so many types of videos, if you keep going to a certain video, then you're going to notice how other videos of that same caliber start popping up. Or if you read more text posts or look at graphics or respond text posts or graphics more than you do anything else, how those show up in your Facebook. Thank you. More, they show up in your Facebook timeline more than anything. You're being tracked. It's the same thing with Snapchat. The analytics show the age group. It shows all of that because in the beginning, it got all the information that it needs. So that's how it's able to tell you, hey, your audience is 25% female between the ages of 18 to 24, or male 18 to this or 18 to that. And then they go in, and every time a video is clicked, they're able to trace how long someone watched it. So if they clicked it, you have a 30-second video, and they watched you for 10 seconds. They're able to track that because of the clicking process. And Mr. Smith, if you can add anything to that. Oh, okay. So I hope that answered. Did I answer your question? Awesome. Okay.
Now, for the second part of this class, what we want you all to do now is to ask questions about how to stand out on any social media. The best way to do this is to think of your number one problem or what's actually working for you and how you can keep that working for you. So let's go. Anybody? Well, you don't build the algorithm, but yes, it is like building the algorithm to your favor or leveraging it to your favor. The algorithm is already a set of instructions, and the company's gonna set its algorithm to favor the company. A way to understand that is they're gonna kill your organic reach, so you have to buy video ads. You get me? You got 5,000 friends, we're gonna show you the 225 people. Yeah, y'all, have you ever used you probably don't know this because you maybe don't use your fan page. But if you use your fan page, it's gonna tell you reach 83 people. And you're like, well, dang, I got all these people here, right? That's on purpose. Right? That's on purpose. But yes, John Calvin, you have the right idea. It's you setting up the algorithm in your favor to be used. Here's how you work around. So no one asked about this. This is when I asked questions about how to stand on social media, here's your work around the algorithm. Remember, the algorithm is both working for you and working against you. The way I'll show you actually. I just posted a video. The way you do this, let's share my screen, and I'll show you what you do.
Hey everybody, I really appreciate you watching this video. It makes me so happy, and I'm so glad to be able to come back to you, all of you at Team ATS. With that being said, some of you don't realize by accident you're not even subscribed to my channel. Do me a favor, go ahead right now, subscribe to this channel, and do yourself even more of a favor. Don't depend on the algorithm. I'm one of the very few people on social media that gives every single thing away for free. What you want to do is not let the algorithm stop you from getting paid with ATS. Here's how you fix that. What you can do is hit that little bell up top. That's the bell that when you just hit that bell, it lets you set me to see first. It'll turn on notifications. So every time I drop a video, you'll be the first person to get that video. What you can also do is go ahead and set my page to see first. It's one of the great things that you can do. And drop me some comments. Comments are very, 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 very important because it lets.
Let me stop right there real quick. I just did a whole lot, okay? Now, I've got this video running at the end of all of my videos. As a matter of fact, I got videos, I think one has just hit YouTube just now as we were speaking. That's going to go at the end of it. What I'm basically saying is, hey, everybody, don't be at the mercy of the algorithm, Chantel. Just set my page to see first. Every time I post, you'll get it. See what I did? Yeah, go ahead, Grace.
That means even though you have thousands of people following you, you have over 300,000 followers, then it'll say 1,083 reach. If I set you to see first, I'm part of the 1,083.
There you go. Exactly. Do y'all get that? Mm-hmm. All right. Let me share my screen again, and maybe we'll make it make sense over here this way. No, it's okay. I'm gonna make it make sense this way. So let's see. Here we go. Sharing the screen. This is one of the questions you should ask. Hey, Antonio, my reach is low. Can you tell me how to make more people see my videos, right? That's what I would have asked when I said how to stand out on social media. Here's what you do. Here, I'm teaching people that when you get to my page, well, hold on, I gotta view as a visitor. I have to view my page like you view my page. Here we go. When you see me, I'm saying, set my page to see first. Everybody seeing this? When you go to a follow, when you go to following someone, you can actually go see first. Then when you hit see first, then it asks you how much you want to see first. You got 5 or pretty much everything. First 5 posts, pretty much everything. Everyone following this right now. I'm not giving you nothing better than this right now. I need you to get that you want to encourage as many people as possible to set your page to see first. How many of you would like 1,000 views in the first 3 minutes? Well, get you 1,000 people to set your page to see first. You get it? How does that look? I'll show you what that looks like. Let's just scroll down my timeline. I have about 30, they only let you do like 30 pages you get to set to see first. So I'm going to show you down my timeline, and then we'll go to another social network. Look, right here, Joe Rogan. I have him set, see, you choose to see Joe Rogan first. You know, he is stand-up comedian, MMA guy, UFC. Did y'all see me refresh my page? What did Facebook, who was the first status on my page? And why is he the first status on my page? Because I have him set to see first. If he went live, I'd get a notification right here that would have then said, your Joe Rogan just went live, because I'm asking to get these notifications. Now let's see. College humor. What's happening to am I seeing my timeline, or am I seeing what I told them to show me first? Yeah. College humor. There's Joe Rogan again. Think about it. He posted 13 minutes ago and 20 minutes ago. Everybody see that? Here and here, and I got both of those posts. Why? Because I'm setting him to see first. Somebody still not getting it. Well, then now it's showing me my regular timeline. You get it? Everybody see that? Mm-hmm. But it's going to show me first who I asked to show me first. So let's go back. There's a couple of ways you can do this. Oh, no, sorry. This is how you will see my page. I'm attempting to do is get all 362,000 people to set me to see first. Come here, set me to see first. But then I'm saying something else, Chantel. What I'm saying is, hey, click that bell, hit that alert button, do that. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's a video. Move this up. Well, it's showing me differently than what it show you. There would be an alert button right here for you on my page that you can actually set my stuff to see first. Now we'll get out of this just for a second. Let's go to the tube of you. Let's go to Gary V. What I can do.
Here's something so interesting. Babies are born with 2 fits.
Here's the link.
Being dropped, and the fit. So you got.
But look at this. Look at this bell. Get notified about every video. Can y'all see that? And I'm encouraging people to click this bell. Now I just said a whole lot. Now, whether you listen or not, that's on you. Ask questions about how you can stand out on social media, because setting your page to see first, having them sign up to get alerts every time you post, the people who are really fans of Jerome Red, they'll do it. Now ask yourself, how many of you are stealing my material and taking it for yourself? That should be everybody. I'm telling all of y'all to do that, okay? All of you should do that, all right? It's not even stealing at this point. It is my job to give it to you, okay? How many of y'all have me set to see first? I can tell you who do. I know who do because they comment every time. I know who do. Jerome, Grace, Deanna, you know what I'm saying? If you know I'm dropping content that's changing your income, why you ain't set my page to see first? You don't have to. You're grown. But if you want to stay a week ahead of people, set my page to see first. And you just saw how to do it. Is that fair? Now, somebody smart like John Calloway is doing it right now. He pulled over on the side of the road and go do it right now. All right. Let's go. Ask questions of how to stand out on social media. That's the rest of this class. You got a whole hour and 15 minutes. We talked to Snapchat. Now you get to learn how to stand out on social media. Grace raised her hand. Go.
How long? Isn't it a certain amount of time you have on Snapchat to do your video?
That just 10 seconds. It's it's Snapchat, right? Snapchat.
I didn't expect it to be 5 minutes, but I was wondering, I thought, for some reason, I thought it was like 2. Okay.
Snapchat. I mean, there's some options where you can go a little longer, but Snapchat. The point is to snap real quick. That video I did talking that long, I knew I was making 3 different videos. And I get to trim it and do what I want to do. Got me? Who else? Come on. Questions. Preguntas. Hey, I just learned a whole lot. Good job, John. Nobody wants to stand out. If I've already asked y'all this question last week or 2 weeks ago. I asked who's making money on social media, and I think 1% of you were. Obviously, if you're not making money, you should be asking questions. Jerome? Nobody? Yep. Okay, you ask.
I got a question.
Go ahead, Jerome.
I know I'm going to do the 3, 3, and 3, so I'm not worried about that. And so that's fine. And you showed us how to use Google Trends in order to establish who our audience is. But the next step from that was, because I did it one time, but I don't know what I was doing, because I did send out an ad over Facebook, and it gave me some feedback and whatever, but I didn't understand all that. The point was that I know that I'm going to do it again in reference to the ATSB University, and I'm going to do it in reference to my books. But when I do the advertising, when I was in there putting down the different ones, teachers, caregivers, and all that stuff like that, I know when I was in there, I wasn't sure where to put my stuff that I want people, when they're advertising for me, where's my stuff going? I don't know. Because I'm paying for the advertisement, but I want my stuff included in that. So I didn't know how to do that. This was Facebook. I didn't know how to do
you wouldn't. No, it's good. Well, I tell you what. Let me, Deanna, while you were talking, she just told me to blow your mind. So would y'all like me to just blow your mind?
Okay.
And I'll answer your question while you're doing it?
Yeah, you can do both.
Is that okay? Good. Chantel, you want me to show you some stuff that you may not be doing? Yeah, cool. All right, here we go. Facebook, I'm assuming is what y'all want me to do.
Hey.
Yes, ma'am.
Antonio, can I say something real quick?
Please.
I don't know, I'll just say it. I have been putting things to my website and getting all my products and everything all nice and snazzy with my brand and everything, my colors and everything. So when I think about putting of things on social media, I think of, like promoting things such as like, okay, say I have a motivational power hour. So I could put it up for like % off. And I could promote it that way. Or I have like a 90-day program and I could say, I could do like a sponsorship, like who wants to get in free for my 90-day program, and things like that. So I'm saying that because I'm like thinking about how I'm taking and I'm consuming all this information. And I'm like, okay, I have a lot that I can do, but I need to have this foundation so that I can put it out there like full force and like really it's just my whole life. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Your foundation needs to be in 4 places for what you're trying to do, Chantel. Now, extend your foundation eventually to 7 to 9 places, but you want your foundation on 4 places right now. You want a 4-pillar foundation. Actually, I'm going to give you more than that, Chantel. You want yours. All right, so let's start from the beginning, okay? Number 1. First thing you want to do is build a community. First thing. Community. Second thing you want to do is get massive money. Don't let nobody tell you can be successful without money. They're lying. We were just listening to Grant Cardone say that over the video. You can't. The third thing you need to do is you need to move your way into politics as fast as possible. That's number 3. Okay. Now, it doesn't have to be real politics. It can be politics. Well, I don't say real. It has to be federal politics. It can be politics in your city, politics in your gun club, politics in your motorcycle club. Either way, with the money you just got, you need to start buying people. Yeah, I'm now talking. This is way past. Anyway, I'm gonna just keep going. I got this memorized. Number 1, a community. Why did I tell her a community? I told her a community for 2 different reasons. For one, she's Black. She doesn't have a community, and her business is going to go out of business because the people who look like her can't wait to buy from people who don't look like her. Okay, that's number 1. Let's call a spade a spade. All right, Jerome gets it. He gets it, right? This is called a spade a spade. The people who's supposed to be supporting her do not. Let's just call it what it is. So you got to build a community first. And I'm gonna go back and tell you. I'm gonna go back and explain all these here. Okay. Now, if you build that community, what's the next thing I said? I know what I said, but massive money, and you're gonna get that money from the community, Chantel. This is going in order. Then once you have a big old community, which is influence, and a whole lot of money, it's time for you to start buying power. I promise you, I'm talking right now. My friend Denise Hill, love her to death. If she explode her community by 1 million people and explode her income by millions of dollars, she can go back to the radio station and say, look here, I'm buying y'all. And not the radio station, just the people important enough to buy. You work for me now. I literally, who remembers when I bought that company with the last one? Was both of y'all in front of me? In your best of your remembrance, say what I said, just whatever you can think of.
I remember one of the things that you told him was, you continue to do what you do, and I'll run the other end of it. Like, you basically told him, stay in your position because you running it. I got a part of it now. Like, the conversation was, I'm gonna help you, but I'm gonna buy you first and keep you where you at.
But she's been nice. I said, I bought you, checks come to me now. Okay, you stay in your place. Checks come to me now. Is what I said. Right? She's been nice. I'm not that nice, but I like everything she said. Okay. Do you remember something else, Grace? No. That's what you was gonna say. All right. She laughed. That's what I say. I literally sat right here in this chair to make too much noise when I moved, and I said, "Hey, I'm buying your company. This is what I want to do, man. That sounds good, bro. That's what I do. Follow smart money. Checks come to me now. Okay. Now, no, you got something else? Because I'm going somewhere. Come on, unmute your mic and give it.
I remember you talking to him and you were telling him I think it was in a different conversation, but basically, because of the type of company he had, it put you in a different it put you on a different level as far as the CEO goes. Like what he does for you to have control of that puts you on a different level with this industry. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was basically telling him I need him to do what I want to do, but I still bought you. Checks come to me now, right? Let's not mince words. Chantel, let's be real here. Okay, I gave you 1, 2, and 3. I'm now explaining 3, and I'm going to go backwards to 2 and go to 1. And if you're not getting this, it's because you just don't want what I want. All right, you just don't want money and you don't want power. And I need you to get out of. I watched on. You know what? I'll show you. Let me see real quick. I watched the weirdest post I ever seen this morning. Let me see. Christian authors. That's what it was. I'm pretty sure it was over there. And I think it was this one right here. I'm explaining number 3 because you all need to understand. I want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to look at this, okay? This popped up on my timeline this morning, and I started to share it. I said, "Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that." Let me tell you how y'all think. As being, it's spelled being wrong. Well, autocorrect got them. As being a Christian author, is it a sin to write fiction? Let me just tell you something, okay? Let me just say, forget all that. This man think being a Christian won't let him write fiction. Forget the theology. You cutting your money short. So when I tell y'all right now, when you get to number 3, you need to start buying, folks. That's what you need to start doing. Let's repeat. Number 1, Chantel asked that question. I promise you, Chantel, I'm answering your question. Literally, I'm giving you 3. I'm going to give you 4 steps. I'm giving you 3. What you need to do is you need to build a community fast first. Now. And if you're not black, but you white, but you over 50, you black. Okay? If you white and over 50, you black. They don't want you in business either. They won't hire you no more than they won't hire her. You understand? Let me know if I'm lying. This is my phone call. I keep it as real as I want to. The same way they're going to be prejudiced against her, the same way they're going to be prejudiced against you. When you get to a certain age, you start getting treated, you understand, like a minority. I'm just letting you know right now. Now, that's facts. Yeah, that's facts. He was like, yes, I get to smell like cocoa butter now, right? Yeah. Now, get community, get money, start buying power. I need to stress this number 3. Chantel needs to start buying votes, whatever she wants to do. I remember she used to want to go into the school. You need to start buying the right superintendent. Denise Hill wants to leverage her music community into her own community. You need to start buying the right superstars. All it takes is the one right superstar for all the other superstars to go, hey, man, make me like him. You get Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on your podcast. Hey, make me like him. You see what I'm saying? You got to buy the right people. But you can't buy the right people without first having the community having that money. Fair enough? Now, money is self-explanatory. Let's go back to number 1, community. As far as social media goes, you need to focus on 4 areas when it comes to community. Facebook, Instagram, Google AdWords, and YouTube. Facebook, Instagram, Google AdWords, and YouTube. Now I'm lumping Facebook and Facebook ads into one. Okay? Facebook, Instagram, that's 1 and 2. Google Ads, YouTube. Why? Because when you buy an ad on Facebook, Chantel, it automatically runs on Instagram if you wanted to. When you buy Google AdWords, it automatically runs on YouTube if you wanted to. You're basically getting 2 for 1 or 4 for 2. Get it? Which reduces back down to 2 for 1. Everybody follow what I'm saying? That's the answer. That's now the very concise answer to Chantel's question, even though I'm not done. Chantel, did that help you? Did it steer you in the right direction? Do you want to add more questions? There's a lot, ain't it? Yeah, come on, you can unmute your mic.
It's not a lot. It's perfect.
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 That's your strategic
I'm
plan.
right where I need to be.
Right where you need to be. Number 4, go get your own city. Get your own city. Chantel world. Apple got their own city, don't they? Big old buildings where Apple law outweighs government law. Facebook got their own building. Come on, she gets it.
Okay.
Facebook got their own government, don't they? Every business in Silicon Valley got their own government, don't they? This is why I don't do shareholders, because you're not fit to vote me out of my company. 68% of Mark Zuckerberg's shareholders is trying to vote him out. So they don't like the way he handled the Russian, and there was one other scandal. Oh, the data breach. Okay. Now, first of all, Zuck is still a very good active CEO, keeping Facebook #1 social media in the world. To want to switch CEOs because your shit, here's what happened. The share dropped from $264 all-time high to $178. If people don't like that. Because you losing little funky money right now. All of a sudden, you want to replace what got you that money in the first place. See, I don't deal with that too well, right? I don't deal with that too well. That's real. That news broke yesterday. Remember, I'm always reading this stuff. That news broke yesterday. You put in Google. We'll do it together. We'll do it together. Hold on. Let's see. Snap. What is it? No, Mark. And then it's no. Facebook. Yes, Facebook investors want to replace CEO. 2 days ago. 2 days ago, y'all. At the ATS Business University, you are getting real news. 2 days ago. But he controls 60% of Facebook voting power. So screw you, buddy. Right? That's kind of the point. He runs his company like I run mine. You understand? That's kind of the point. He owns 78% of a certain stock, which gives him 60% of voting power. Yeah, listen. Pay attention. Now, number 1. So y'all write this down in chat. Y'all repeat it back to me. What's number 1? What's number 2? What's number 3? What's number 4? Number 5.
I didn't hear number 4.
Number 4 is get your own city.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Number 5. 1, 2. I just had it in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, number 5 is start buying media outlets. Start controlling media outlets. You know those 8 companies that control 96% of the world's media? You need to be the 9th one. Jerome, they're going to tap my phone. I'm going to get out of here, start freeing a whole bunch of people. They're going to have my lamps tapped. I'm telling you. I'm telling you what to do. Ain't nobody else telling you.
You already running for the presidency. You probably already tapped you. What you talking about?
Both of them said, I'm already tapped. I'm telling you what to do, but I'm telling you what I'm doing, right? But that's what you need to do. That's how you take. That's it. That's the 5 steps. Go ahead. All right. That's 5 steps. Chantel was asking, how do I get my social media, I rephrase it, how do I get my brand out there with a good foundation, since there's so many options, it's, right? And do it well. That's it. That's your 5-step. You know what I'm saying? That's your 4 pillars, but I gave you 5 pillars. Thank you, Chantel. Appreciate it. You clapped for me. That's what you do.
Oh, thank you so much. Really, really.
You're very welcome. Because you want to own media. Now, see, I did it backwards. Well, you know what I did first? I took step 1 and 5 and put them together. I understood I had to. Why do you think I do podcasts so much? I got to control my media. I have to control my media. You know why? Because I'm a nice chocolate-faced brother. You know what I'm saying? And I need to control the narrative that may or may not come against me. Go ahead, Chantel.
Are you speaking of what you've created that we know of? Your ATS? Is that your?
The ATS and the podcast work hand in hand. The ATS is word of mouth. Podcast is my radio and TV station. But think about it. How many of y'all gonna let them say I'm something I'm not?
Right. Okay.
At this point, I made you too much money at this point. I'm think about it. If I actually pull off creating 100,000 millionaires, y'all, I might as well, you know what I'm saying? I might as well be Napoleon Hill revisited, right? You know what I'm saying?
Tell me,
like,
I need to
yes,
say
sir.
something. And
Please.
I thought about this morning, and hopefully it'll help some folks on the call. I was concerned about the launching of the ATSB in reference to the configuration, and it hit me. This might be too much information, but I was doing my morning sabbatical, and then it hit me. I said, "You like that, huh?" I said, "Jerome, you're missing it in reference to getting people to the call on Wednesday for free and the free trial." And it finally hit me, Antonio. But this is from being on the call. I said, "Jerome, you are a walking, talking, breathing representation of the ATSBU because you met him a year ago, and look at what you're doing right now. Look at all that you're doing, and all you gotta do is talk to people. Duh, you can't come on Wednesday for free to see the results of what I'm doing. I mean, you see I'm doing this. You see him." I said, "Oh my God," and the light bulb came on, Antonio. All you got, and I speak with passion. So I'm sitting there going, all you got to do is tell people what you're doing. Well, where'd that come from? Come on Wednesday. Take the free trial. Hello. So I just wanted to share with that for folks. Don't, the fact that we are following you, the fact that we come on these calls every chance we get, when people ask me, I'm talking to say, "Jerome, you're a billboard for ATSUB." I said, "Oh Lord." So I just wanted to share that.
See that? No, you're absolutely right, man. And let me tell you something. In a little bit, come very soon, it's gonna be people fighting to be y'all. Y'all understand? If you want to sell your product, if you want to push people to humor consultants and TNT transformation and your beauty shop and Maryland and all that stuff and your books, keep coming on these calls. Here's what's gonna happen, y'all. We're about to build a super following. And they gonna feel like, "Oh my God, I know you." Chantel, every time you ask a question, it's like you're speaking for me. And then they're gonna meet you in person, and you're not even gonna have to sell them. They're already sold. They're gonna say something wonderful like, "Can I work with you?" And then you're gonna say, because you learned from Antonio T. Smith Jr., you sure can, but access comes with a cost. Wish I had somebody.
Oh, you go.
Go ahead, Chantel. Look. Go ahead.
okay, like my child is hungry, right? So I'm like, let me go get her some food. But as I'm driving, my eyes is tearing up because I'm almost on this high from this call right now because of what I've been doing, what I've learned. And just to go off of what Jerome was just saying, you know, people have said to me, like, oh, Antonio's this, Antonio's that. And my question is, where else are you getting this from? Tell me, where else? And I'm, you know, not as if it's really my question, because once they say it, I don't give a damn. But I'm just saying to myself, where else? Where else can I receive this from? Where else can I get this knowledge from? Where else? Nowhere else. This is not happening anywhere else. So do as you please, say as you please. And I also think of how I branded myself or who I am, and my passion and what I do is women's empowerment with my design workshops and my, you know, coaching and all that great stuff. But I'm also a youth mentor. And as I'm putting my stuff together and all the knowledge I've received here, all the love, everything, the consistency always there, me showing up, receiving, consuming, I'm putting myself, and I'm like, oh snap, like, I'm official. I put out things that the schools, the organizations for the youth mentor, me being a youth mentor, they're going to be coming to me. They're going to want me. Women's empowerment, the organizations are going to come to me because I went from like a year ago going to everybody asking, how can I serve them? But here in the ATS Business University, I've learned, no, they will come to me. They will come to me. They will come. You don't need to go to them. So I went from that to that very quickly. So, I mean, I don't know where I'm going, but
Quickly.
I'm feeling
very
like
quickly.
Very quickly. I'm in this, okay, how can I serve, knocking on doors? And I'm like, no, they're going to be knocking on my door. I'm official. Can't nobody do what I do. Yeah, I'm just, woo.
Y'all hear that? That's somebody that's getting it. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody that gets it, right? That's what I'm saying. So what I did is I took 1 and 5 and I combined them together at the same time while building them separately. I understand I need word of mouth. The number one reason why companies like mine, well, excuse me, I'm not making this a race thing, but we're going to have to deal with the fact that race is a factor. Now, I don't vibrate at it, but race is a factor, right? I have no community. I have no culture. That was stripped from me. It wasn't about you, but it was, you know, on your ancestors, right? The system. It just is what it is. Now, in order for me to get that back, I got to create it. This is why I am so good at what I do. It's not that I'm smart. I was telling Daryl this yesterday because Daryl texted me. I'll let him say it if he wants to say it. But last night, he's like, man, good call. The people was saying some stuff, and it was good news, but I'll let him say it if he wants to say it. But my response was, I was broke my whole life. I had to figure it out, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know stuff because I'm smart. I know stuff because I'm a practitioner. I do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't read no book for this. I do this. I figure this out. And when it don't work, I got to figure out how to make it work. I ain't got no job, Jerome. If I don't kill the gazelle, I don't eat. You know, and some days I don't kill a gazelle. Some days the gazelle outrun me. And I got to take my lion self back to my little stone that I scratched my back on, hungry. And I wake up the next morning saying, somebody gonna die. This is what I do, right? And every morning I get up, I say, somebody buying from me. That's powerful. Yeah. When you live like that, I have to figure out how to make you buy from me. Do you get that? I have to figure out how to make you buy from me, and I don't win every day. And then it dawned on me. Ooh, I got an idea. It's stupid, too. I told Tempest, I got an idea. It was stupid. I said, I want to create 100,000 millionaires. She said, what? I said, yeah, I'm going to do that. She said, why are you always coming up with all this stuff? Fine, I'll help, right? Right? That's typical. And I said, all right. So I started building it. I started building it. I built it so well, a guy named Brent Darden contacted me and was like, hey, man, Les Brown, blah, 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 blah. I could get you in, boom, right? Now, of course, he was operating off his affiliate. You get 30% commission, whatever they got. Doesn't matter, right? So I was like, cool. But before I ever got to Les Brown, I had 44 people paying me every month for coaching. I know not, you talking about thousands of dollars, right? They was on payment plans, so they paid in full. You understand what I'm saying? 44 people. And then I realized that's a lot of work. Working too hard. And then I realized these 3 things. Y'all write this down. You have people who quit too much, people who hustle too hard, and people who use technology and people to do hard work real easy. People who quit too much, people who hustle too hard, and people like me who use technology and people or machinery to get this done easier. You want to be in that last category. Because you can get to the same place as me, but if you're hustling hard, it's just gonna take you too long. You want to be a millionaire next year, or you want to be one 20 years from now. It doesn't matter if you get there, you're still alive, and you're young enough to enjoy it. No, it doesn't matter. But would you want to get there 20 years before? Right? Yeah, he said, yeah, right. So here's what all of you, so I'm going to shift. So Deanna, write this down for me. Snapchat 5-step plan. Snapchat 5-step plan for dominance, for global dominance, and speeding up the process. Nope. And the only process that will work. In fact, don't say process. The only thing you need to make it all work. There you go. That's the name of this class. The only thing you need is all of it. That's everything we covered. For the next 32 minutes, I'm explaining this to y'all. I've touched up on it, but in fact, I bet you Grant Cardone talks about it too. I bet you I can find it while I'm talking. I bet you if I just type in a few keywords, he talks about it, because why wouldn't he? This makes sense. Why would he? Vehicle. Everybody write that down. Vehicle. You need to write vehicle. Grant Cardone vehicle. Look at that. That don't make no sense that Google Snapchat is that good. You know what, boy? That don't make no sense. Yeah, that was too easy. I'm going to let Grant Cardone explain this to y'all for about 6 minutes, 2 different videos. And then I'll explain it, but I'm going to use him to validate what I'm about to say. And I'm about to punch hard real quick.
My name is Edmondson. I first found Grant when my buddy and I were starting a small recruiting business out of the San Francisco Bay Area. And when I found him and I used the Cardone U, I saw our sales explode. I'm going to eventually get back into sales and do great things. So I'm excited to be here. Oh, man. Come on, man. Come on. That's good to have you. I appreciate you being here. Great meeting you, Grant. What can we do, man, to get you making some real money? What can you do? Like, point me in the right industry. I mean, you still follow the money. I mean, in San Francisco, it's tech. Yeah. But why do you live there? You're just going to be one of the. You're basically, it's the meal comes in and then everything goes there. Okay, the king goes there, the queen goes there, the court, and then everybody else. Yeah. And you're one of the everybody else's. Yeah. Right. So you're just there'll be mosquitoes and flies and everything's too expensive there.
It is.
And it's going to bust out. Okay, and everybody, I say this over and over. Look, that city will bust out because it gets so expensive, people can't stay there. It'll have a little correction. Some of these companies will start buying spaces in Chicago, and they already are. I don't think it's comfort. I think it's just ignorance.
Okay.
Like, I grew up there. This is where I live.
Yeah.
And then I'm ignorant that I have a choice. Like, where else could I live? You know?
Yeah.
So, and it's interesting because if you tell somebody you're going to leave, they're going to be like, oh my God, that's one of the hardest things there is to do. Getting over death and moving is terrible. It's so, I'm like, you haven't even moved. How would you know, man? Like it's not that terrible.
Yeah.
You know, so, I've moved 5 times.
Yeah.
You know?
La Jolla.
Yeah. So who's got my money? Where's my money? Where's the opportunity? Where am I willing to go to get my freedom? What's the industry? It's not about the industry. It's about the vehicle. You got to find a vehicle for this vehicle. Okay.
Hold on real quick. Who's got my money? I moved 5 times trying to figure out who's got my money. Now, I ain't watched these videos. You understand what I'm saying? So I want y'all to pay attention.
So I'm driving to work, across the bridge every day to Sulphur, Louisiana, every damn day. Look at this.
Somebody's inspired.
Dude, see, y'all could be doing that. Give me a minute. Hey, man. Hey. Every day I'm driving to Sulphur. I'm getting there at 7 o'clock in the morning, selling cars, man. I'm pushing, man. I'm like, man, I'm gonna make 5,000 this month. I'm gonna make $6 grand this month. I remember that 30 years ago this month. 30 years ago this month. Every day I'm driving. I'm like, man, I wonder if I can make $5 grand this month. I wonder if I can make $6 grand this month. Cannot believe where I'm at today. I mean, this is unbelievable. I'm going to my own plane. We're gonna fly. I'm driving this car. I don't buy. Okay, a customer bought this car from me. A guy that I've helped in business paid for this car. Okay, I leased it, and he makes the payments every month. That's unbelievable. I remember when I didn't make as much money as the payment on this car is. I wonder if I'm gonna make it. I wonder if I'm gonna make $6 grand this month, you know. And then I have to go in there and I'm pushing deals and financing deals and selling cars and keeping a pipeline, you know. And I'm making phone calls, man. I'm in this little dump used car operation. Now here I am today, man. We're rolling out. I got a beautiful wife, two beautiful kids, beautiful kids, beautiful wife, 2 beautiful kids. You know.
Oh, geez.
We're going to buy real estate in Houston. I'm gonna do probably $100 million worth of real estate deals there this month. $100 million. It's crazy, man. This month. You know. And 30 years ago this month, I was fired from that car dealership. True that. Walked out of the place. I'm out of here. Had no job, man. And that's when I started. That's when I started everything. It took too long.
Yep. What would you do different? What would you tell all those young? Don't you wish you had somebody like you?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. I wish I did too.
Yeah. No. But you know what, Elena? It's not about having somebody like me. It's about taking advantage of somebody like me.
Yeah.
Like, so many people have so much data. The problem today is people are listening to too many people.
Why?
They need to pick
conflicting the data.
Totally. You listen to Bob, you listen to John, you listen to Gary, you listen to Tim, you listen to Tony, you listen to Grant. You're like, dude, I don't know what to do now. So you know, people really should listen to one person. Pick one person. Study what they really did. I'm thinking about buying that for the weekend.
Let's just get a chopper. All right, so I have a little water.
Look, yeah. 30 years ago today, I was fired from a job in a car dealership.
Yep.
Scared, I couldn't make my car payment. My payments were like $300 a month, $287, I don't know. It felt like it was unbelievable. And today I'm rolling up on this thing.
Wow, you're really gonna go for some new stuff?
Sure. I'm rolling up on my home plane. I'm gonna get you a best. Is that amazing?
Oh, that is
Come on, man.
amazing.
You can do anything, folks. Okay, you can do anything. Dream big, find the right vehicle. You got to find the right vehicle to drop into. Okay, can't just do anything. You got to find the right vehicle. That dude that's on the side of the road spraying chemicals, come on, vehicle. There's no way. There's no way he can ever get financial freedom, man. It's worth it. I'm telling you, pay the price today so you can pay any price tomorrow. Be great at what you do. Be ethical. Okay, be the best of the best.
He said something at the end. He said something y'all need to listen to. I ain't never watched that before. He said something. Now, I'm finna go as hard and direct as possible. Said that dude spraying chemicals, he's not gonna get financial freedom. He's not in the right vehicle. Y'all been told to work hard, go get you an honest job. That ain't the right vehicle. That's not the right vehicle. Get you a job that gets you off on weekends. That's not the right vehicles. The right vehicle is to get you a job that gets you a massive distribution system that pays you every single day, every month, over and over and over and over again from somebody else's money. All right, I'm gonna push harder until somebody fight back. Say something, cheerlead or something. None of y'all are in the right vehicle. Now you can be, and if you decided to rock with me in this ATS network marketing thing, that's the right vehicle.
I'm ready to say something.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm ready to say something. You got me fired up. But it goes back to what I said earlier, and hopefully this will help with where you're going, Antonio. When I thought about what I said this morning about being a poster child for the ATSBU, last year this time, I was working about 9 to 10 days a month, which was paying my bills and giving me money left over. Now I'm down to 2/3 of my work is gone. I'm down to 1/3. So I had an option when that happened to go out and get a job or find another stream of income to try to make up for that. But because I've been coming to these classes, because I've been listening to the information, I said, Jerome, you have within your grasp what you need to do in order to move forward. You just got to take advantage of it. And when that finally registered, Antonio, in my head, I took off. Last night, I fell, you know the email I sent you last night was 2:00 in the morning. I fell asleep. I fell asleep in the chair last night because I've been on this wrong. You got the vehicle in your hand. All you got to do is execute it. And Tony, when I woke up this morning, I wasn't tired because I did that because I said, this is what I got to do to be successful. And I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I just can't give up. But to go to somewhere else to put a few dollars in my pocket is not going to solve my problem, because 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, I'll be right back where I'm at right now, building somebody else's dream and not building my dream. And you're giving us the vehicle, Antonio, to build our own dreams, and then on top of building our own dreams, to partner with the ATSB so that we can get more money, more money, more money, more money. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. That
nice, good stuff, man.
Yep.
So let's call facts what facts are. Chantel already told you, ain't nobody giving this to you nowhere else. They not, and even if they try, they can't keep up. They're too far behind me now. Even if they was to try to do it, even if it was your favorite celebrities, the people you listen to, they still can't keep up with me. They can't, because they're too big to turn as fast as I do. Their companies are too big to flip the way I flip. Y'all know if I wanted to make this whole thing look differently tomorrow, it would. And I wouldn't even tell you. I just tell you, this is the way it's working now, ladies and gentlemen. You might want to jump along or get removed. I mean, think about that for a second. Think about that. Until I already told you, you're getting stuff you ain't getting nowhere else. Now, I don't have you in all my vehicles. I gave you the vehicle that I built to make me a billionaire. That's the vehicle you get in. You in. You have access to that vehicle. Now, you can either spray chemicals. Podcast ain't the right vehicle. I didn't say podcast was wrong, but to be a billionaire, podcast is not the right vehicle. To be a millionaire, podcast is not the right vehicle. To be a millionaire and use podcasts to get new customers, that's the right vehicle. But what else y'all do? To keynote on stage is not the right vehicle. Shame on you for even thinking so. Shame on you for letting people convince you of that. You can join John Maxwell all you want to. You ain't gonna be no millionaire. You gonna keep him one. We're gonna call facts what they are. You stand on stage doing your keynote, that's the worst vehicle to be a millionaire. You getting on stage, recording your keynote, buying Facebook and Instagram and Google and YouTube ads for that video, that's the best way to make yourself a millionaire. This ain't what it used to be, y'all. You don't get to be, if Les Brown, Jim Rohn, in fact, let's just call them all out, but Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is the only one that I'm going to say is from an old school speaking, because he reinvents himself every day. Tony Robbins is the only one I can think of that if you made them start, if you put them even with Chantel and made them start today, Chantel will rule over them. You know why? Because they don't know the new world. They wouldn't, right now they hire the new world and keep afloat. But if you saw it for Chantel, they can't afford to hire now. I'm not telling you law of attraction don't exist and all that stuff, and I ain't saying nothing bad about them. I'm just simply saying that y'all keep looking at what the people did before you, before it was the internet. And you keep trying to break down their moves before it was the internet. It's crazy. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. You want to do events for what? What if I told you you ain't even got to do events? What if I told you you could have a president of sales and marketing running your whole company and they never met him in person? They weren't ready for that with Chantel. Think about that. Think about that for a second. What if I told you college was the biggest scam of all time? Now, it wasn't at first. It is now. It is. It just is. Most of their money tax-free anyway. But guess what? You know what the worst thing about college is? Which I know is killing colleges and universities? You heard it here first, Chantel. College and university is going to be the biggest bubble that's going to burst in the next 10, 15 years. And it will never return the same. College and university, as you know it, is dead. It's done for. I'm Nostradamusly prophesying to you right now. It is dead. And Denise is right. It already started. It's dead. College is a wrap for college and university. A wrap. The only ones that will have any chance of making it will be the ones protected by some politics. And they still gonna go down. Still gonna go down. Why? Because now Apple and Google say you don't even need no degrees no more. Okay. Right? That was the whole reason you went to college, right? To work for the big companies. Now the big companies are saying, nah, I won't need that no more. You know why? Because it takes 18 to 24 months to change in college. If you want change, if you want to buy some new equipment, if you want to change, by the time Chantel get her bachelor's, Anything she learned is outdated because it took her 4 years to get it. In that 4 years, whole world done changed on you. Can I push that further? I'll push it further. Businesses change like that, especially the good ones. All right, they don't believe that, Jerome. Watch this here. Denise will appreciate this. Here's what's happening to colleges today. Universities, businesses like me are starting universities. McDonald's University. Come on now. McDonald's ain't sending you off to that little old time school to learn. No. They send you to Hamburger University, and check this out. And the instructors are employees, practitioners that actually know the new and relevant change that just happened yesterday. Deanna said HEB. Her brother is like a big time manager at HEB. HEB got their own university.
He graduated from what they call Storm.
Okay, he graduated from HEB. Oh, that's Texas. They don't know about it. So there's a big grocery chain. I forget that we global. There's a big grocery chain down here called HEB, and I forgot it's just Texas. But nevertheless, ATS Business University. I'm only doing what the top 1% is doing, but I'm in top 1% now. Here's the truth. Grant Cardone said something. You got too many mentors. Now wait, because what one person, let's just use me as an example so I don't talk about it. They're going to teach you something completely different than me. But that's not to say they're wrong. Ain't none of us right. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what your financial goal is. If you want to dominate and have massive income, massive. Now, if you're trying to be comfortable, I'm not your mentor. You need to go to where they tell you stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, you need to go over there. I'm not that guy. I'm going to tell you, you need to don't have your money in the checking account. That's stupid. Do not have your money in the checking account. Money is useless unless it's being spent, unless it's being used. Get your money out your checking account. Save up $25,000. If you can, save up $250,000. Buy you a nice apartment complex. $250,000, and you leverage that money. You're able to get you about a 120 unit apartment complex in just about any state. Now that you got 120 people paying you $1,000 a month, Grace, do some math for me real easy. 120 times 1,000. That's $120,000 a month you're now getting, which is like 1.2 million, right? And your expenses is like $500,000 a year. So now you cash $800,000. Then you take that other $800,000 and you're gonna get you another apartment complex. And then somebody gonna say, "Oh my God, that's a lot of debt you're carrying on, Chantel. That's $1 million of debt." And you're gonna say, "No, it ain't. I ain't paying for it. This apartment paying for $500,000, and this apartment paying for $800,000 of my debt." You just heard Grant Cardone tell you, "Look, man, at least this guy pay for it." This is how I do my money. If I want to buy something, let's say I wanted to get a, like I actually looked at a Maserati the other day. I almost grabbed it. I'm not gonna lie, I almost grabbed it, Jerome. It's not time yet though. It's not time. It's not time. But my ego, boy, let me tell you, if it wasn't for my learned behavior and Michael Tate, I'd have grabbed that Maserati. I'm not lying. This is a true story. I was looking at a Maserati online, and I wanted to, one swipe, that's all it took, Jerome. I was looking at this Maserati, and I said, I need to stun on these blankety blanks. You understand what I'm saying? I really wanted to, Chantel. I'm not going to lie to you, right? Let's say the dealer would have said, first off, I wanted cash. You know what I'm saying? I wanted cash. Period, point blank, I wanted cash. So now I'm going to buy the Maserati in one payment. Let's say it's $83,000. The first thing I'm going to do, Chantel, is I'm going to find me a customer that's going to pay me $83,000. Or a bunch of customers, one product, and I'm going to say, I need to make, Grace, I need $83,000, Grace, and I need you to add 30%. Watch this here. I need you to add 30%. As a matter of fact, Grace, I want to give you a pay raise. This is exactly what I would do. I would say, Grace, I want $83,000. I want to give you $83,000. Now, here's the product. I want you to sell this single-handedly by yourself. What I need you to do is I need you to sell this many, and that gives you $83,000. It gives me $83,000. As soon as that happens, I take what Grace just did off her energy, her effort, and I made her rich, didn't I? $83,000. And I took that $83,000 and I bought that car. So that's not financial advice you're going to get. Some of y'all got too many mentors. I don't use money. You know, I don't use money frivolously. If I got to pay for it, I don't want it. If I got to pay for it, I don't want it. Period. I got a truck sitting in my driveway I haven't driven in 3 years. Jerome, in order for me to go back in there, I got to get the bug spray, the balm, and balm the car first and make sure all the bugs that have migrated in there after 3 years. Seriously. Because I don't want to drive it. I don't like the way it make me look when I get in it. It ain't cool for this amount of income now. It ain't cool. It's a Ford Explorer. I don't like it. I don't like it. I just don't. I don't like it. I refuse to drive into it. Now I got 2 people who drive me around everywhere I want to go.
You better watch your mouth. Because when you come to Baltimore, you're going to be in the Ford Explorer. Watch your mouth.
Okay, all right. I'll watch my mouth, right? But you're going to drive me, though.
That's right.
Oh, okay, well, that's good then. 2018. That's good.
And you're going to look good in it because you're next to me.
That's right. I'm going to look good in it because you driving it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to look good in it because you driving it. I just don't want to be in that. You know what I'm saying? I want my favorite restaurant, another company. My travel car to be a luxury car. I want to fly to my engagements in my own plane. You know what I'm saying? I want an island so I go be an introvert. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Darren. You got something to say?
Can I come visit?
I don't. It may sound like I had something to say. I'm thinking, but I don't have anything to say right now.
Good. Here we go. Y'all have too many mentors, and they're all telling you everything else. I'm not saying it wrong. I'm just saying, for me, I want to create massive vehicles that give me massive income. I want to be a part of the $100 billion club. And I don't get to spray chemicals to do that. Some of y'all mentors are telling you, find the rainbow and go get the pot of gold. There's a lot of things wrong with that for me. For one, why I gotta wait till it rains for me to win? That's that religion talk I don't agree with. I don't need to feel good when it's bad. I want to feel good regardless. I don't need the rain in my life to get my head together. That's number one. Number two, why I gotta look for a rainbow to validate my drive? I'm not doing that. Number three, that's advice you get to everybody. So now it's competition at the rainbow, ain't it? I'm like Warren Buffett. I believe in monopolies. I don't believe in competition. I don't believe in that. I am going after monopoly. Now, why am I chasing a pot of gold when somebody printing the gold and the pot? Well, I just said a whole lot right there, Grace. I'm trying to print the gold. I want the pot of gold factory and let all y'all chase what I put out. Perfect vehicle. Perfect vehicle. And if your mentors aren't telling you that, they're not wrong. They just push you in a different direction. I ain't pushing you there. I ain't got time for that. Chantel look good on video. She need her own television channel. I'm serious. Jerome, you need a whole comedy podcast. Real talk. Can I push that further? Yes. Daryl needs to post so much on the energy that I'm on that people say, oh, I thought that was, we listen to Daryl. Y'all didn't even catch it. He the face of the company. I don't just need to be in guru mode. He needs to be too. Straight up. because the more I get better, the more exposure I get, anybody with me, rising tide raise all ships. The science. And here's what's going to happen. I'm hinting at it earlier. All these people that's going to come in. I'm telling you right now, I'm going after 400,000 new customers in the first 365 days. I'm telling y'all that right now. It's recorded. I'm saying it out front. 400,000 in the next 365 days. Everybody got me? I'll let you know when day one starts. Now, that's 400,000 people that's going to come to these calls. They can't go live. That costs differently, right? They can't go on a live call because y'all the live call. And y'all ask questions, don't you? And y'all show your personality, don't you? See, some of you little wallflowers that never like to show your screen, you come here to get your little stuff. Most of you that come here never show your screen, never participate, never ask a question, your business look like that too. Your business, you always stay in prep mode and you're never working, right? Your business say that too. But for those of you who participate and you got your face all out, here's what's gonna happen. Oh my God, Jerome, I love your laugh. I'm sorry, who are you? You don't know me, Jerome, but I've been here for 2.5 years. I haven't got, think I'm lying. I don't pay for that level because I only need the sophomore level and it renews every month. But let me tell you, you personally have saved my life, Jerome. One time, he ain't gonna remember the conversation. You said that this happened in your life and you touched me and I cried. And if you get the right church folk, I want to sow a seed into your life. I wish I had somebody. In all honesty, I'm wrapping up. In all honesty, this is what y'all need to understand. Please hear this. Whether you want to or not, should you choose to put your brand on these calls because we let you ask your questions? Should you not try to act like you got it all together, but show them? Should you show them? I had these questions. A year later, look at me now. Now I'm on stage with Antonio. Should you show them that? My customers will be your customers. Chantel gets it. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all have been doing this wrong. Your job is to, I once told my boys, my buddy, actually he just texted me not long ago, I want to get some V-Bucks. It's summertime, so they're not being homeschooled right now. Want some V-Bucks before night. He once said, well, Dad, I don't want to keep spending your money. I said, wait a minute, buddy. Wait a minute. Your job is to spend all my money. That's your job. I ain't going to give it to you every time. But as long as I'm living, your job is to take from your daddy. Do you understand? And then the little one came in, the 7-year-old came in, and I talked to both of them. And I told them something. It just fell out my mouth by accident, Jerome. I say, when you get grown, you better find a way to use your daddy money. You understand what I'm saying? You better find a way to use my money. Because as long as I'm living, you're supposed to come up faster because I'm living. I take that down to y'all now. If I were you and I had a CEO that let you have access, now that I'm charging people for access and I ain't charging use no more, I would absolutely use me for every energy, every resource, every platform. If somebody should have said, when I say I want 400,000 people next 365 days, some of y'all would have said I need 30% of those people. That's what I would have did. I'm real strategic like that. I would have said, well, hold on, man. If I could just get 100,000 of those 400,000, that's 25%. You know what? I'm gonna get what I deserve. I need 150,000. I need 150,000 of those people Antonio talking about. So I'm gonna message Antonio. I'm gonna say, listen, Antonio, be directly with you, man. You've been talking real well, man. I follow you. You see me follow you. I'm here every day. I want to get, when you blow up, I want to find a way to help you So I can actually, after you get your money, I want to be in a position to get a nice section of that energy you're drawing in. I think that's very wise. And I'm going to say, I think that's very wise too. You're going to say, yeah, I know you think it's very wise, Antonio, because you taught it to me. I sound like you right now. And I'm going to say, all right, then give me a little bit to think about it. We'll see if we can put you somewhere. But ain't none of y'all did that. Because you ain't thinking. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can play it better. You can dominate. See y'all tomorrow, everybody. Appreciate you. Have a good day.